Good morning, D-Gens. Good afternoon. It's afternoon now, not morning. Okay, what's up, guys? What's going on? How's everybody doing today? Let's have a look over at the Jasmy chart. So Jasmy seems to want to hold that 5 cent level. We're fighting to hold it right now. It's 5 cents even. We'll see what happens. If we hold support, if not, we'll come back down, probably retest this level here, 4 cents 4. But I would prefer we hold 5 cents. Now, there's something that you got to remember, guys, and that is that what matters most is where these candles are closing on the higher time frames, on the daily time frames, on the weekly time frames. Where are these candles closing? So if we wick all the way down here, if we end up closing this candle back up inside this little symmetrical triangle that I have here, then we're fine, right? But we'll see what happens. I personally think that what's going to happen here is we're going to ping pong for the next, week or two before making that next leg up over on Jasmy, but we'll see. If Bitcoin has another violent shift to the downside, obviously altcoins are going to follow, though, right? We inch and squinch our way closer to the 100-day, passing back over the 200-day SMA for another golden cross. So we'll keep an eye on that. Once again, I am the only one talking about the golden cross getting ready to happen here on the daily time frame, but I'm sure that somebody else will get credit for it in some article in about a week when they start talking about it. Let's go have a look over at Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin's doing well, though. Bitcoin is doing well, holding up at $101,385, back up over. So now let's try once again in about 4.5 hours. Let's try to close this daily candle above $100,000. That's what I want to see happen here, guys, for healthy continuation. So let me start off the stream, guys, by saying if you're new here, welcome. Make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. The way we do things here, I get through all the news first, and then I'll get to the chat in the second half of the stream. So put your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat, and I will get to them. We are streaming across 3 platforms, so make sure that you whatever platform you're on, make sure you put your comment in. I will see it, and I will get to it shortly. All right, let's go over to the crypto bubbles. What's going on across the market? So we have some pumping, some dumping. Swift and Jasmy are down the worst right now. Caspa's running. ETH is having a nice little time. ETH's over $4,000. Very nice. Turbo's up. Very nice. What do we got? We got some good pump action. XNA, Uniswap, Velodrome, Aerodrome, Corium. Render having a good time. HBAR's having a little bit of a turnaround here, turning to the upside. Not bad, guys. Not bad. Arbitrum. And we still have some DCA opportunities as well. So what's XRP sitting at right now? $2.34. Not bad. It's holding stronger than I thought it would. I thought XRP was going to pull back down closer to $2. It still could, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah. So kind of a mixed bag today so far. We'll see what happens in the latter part of the afternoon. Okay, let's get into the news, guys. Let's see what's going on out in that wide world. Jasmy US Spencer says in the last month, Jasmy has announced active collaborations to integrate Junction and Jasmy into Sony's PlayStations. 2, Jasmy Coin via Garda Pro wallet, the IoTEX.io collaboration, the Coinbase Top 50 Index listing, released the DD payments, use of data democracy points for smartphones, the Jasmy PDL realizing the value of medical data, first example of Jasmy Coin payment for information in the medical field. The momentum for Jasmy's going into full run is huge. This bull run, is huge. Way to go, Hara. So yes, it has been almost exhausting the amount of news that's come out from Jasmy in the last week and a half, guys. Because I've been covering it all, breaking it all down, and it's just been nonstop. And it's holy smokes, has it been a lot. So very, very happy about that. So bullish stuff coming out there. What else do we got? Here's the, we just kind of touched on it, but here's the announcement. Hara shared it earlier. Say hello to Jasmy on Garda Wallet. Jasmy is a blockchain focused on data democratization, empowering users to securely control and monetize their personal data. Very nice indeed. New listing for Jasmy. Right. So what do we have from CryptoZM says? He says Jasmy. So this is how you know that new content creators and stuff are starting to cover Jasmy. It's starting to gain some momentum, right? Because this guy says a new coin that looks bullish is building a structure for now. A new coin. But anyway, I mean, it's good to have new people covering it. That's the thing, right? That is the thing. So let me get into this here. Projects lined up, tech devs and partnerships are moving forward. Easy to hit 50 cents to $1.80 in 2025. Now, he's predicting $3 to $12 at the peak of the bull run. That's way too extreme for me, guys. You know me, I like to keep it conservative. 50 cents to $1.80 I can get behind, but $3 to $12 is definitely not doable in this bull run. Maybe in the next one, I don't know, but this one, no. But I will get behind him when he says 50 cents to $1.80. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. What else do we got, guys? What else do we got? Hara says, please join us next week and win a travel ticket or Saga beef. So Hara's going to be at an event for the Sagan Tosu event. It is the challenge it is the Tosu Fan Token Metaverse Year-End Festival. Very, very nice. Hara will be there in concert, baby. In concert. You'll love to see it. I covered an article earlier today on Binance about Jasmy that I found to be very, very interesting. So I wanted to cover it again here. It says, Jasmy, the sleeping giant of Web3 data economy, is awakening. In the vast and competitive world of cryptocurrency, few projects stand out as true game changers. Jasmy, often referred to as the Bitcoin of Japan, is one of those rare gems. As a global push towards Web3 accelerates, Jasmy is positioned at the forefront of a revolution that combines decentralized data ownership, IoT integration, and data sovereignty for savvy investors. This is a sleeping giant that is starting to wake up. What is Jasmy? At its core, Jasmy is a blockchain-based platform designed to empower individuals with full ownership and control over their personal data. Founded in Japan by former Sony executives, Jasmy merges blockchain technology with the Internet of Things to create a decentralized infrastructure for secure data management. Its mission: to end the monopolization of data by big tech giants and return ownership to the people. With the vision to decentralize data storage and monetize personal information in a transparent way, Jasmy is laying the groundwork for the next wave of digital innovation. In today's digital landscape, data is the new oil, but unlike oil, data is often harvested without the knowledge or consent of the individual. Jasmy's flipped the script by creating an ecosystem where users can store, manage, and even profit from their own data. In the Web3 era, the ability to own and control your digital footprint is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Jasmy's personal data locker is a revolutionary tool that allows users to safely store their data and choose how to share or monetize. Companies pay users directly for access, ensuring transparency and fair compensation. This model not only democratizes data, but also disrupts the traditional tech monopolies that profit from centralized data storage. Jasmy's key strengths are backed by industry leaders. Jasmy's leadership team consists of former executives from Sony, including Ondo, who served as Sony's corporation's president and COO. This pedigree brings experience and credibility to the project. Number two, regulatory compliance. Unlike many blockchains, Jasmy operates within Japan's stringent regulatory framework. It was the first Japanese blockchain project to be listed on Binance. highlighting the legitimacy and potential. Number 3, IoT integration. Jasmy's focus on IoT is a game changer. By combining IoT devices with blockchain technology, it creates a secure and efficient way to handle the massive data generated by connected devices. Number 4, global partnerships. Jasmy's already established partnerships with major corporations and institutions, including collaborations with Japanese industries. These partnerships highlight its potential for real-world applications and adoption. Why now is the time for Jasmy? The crypto market has been buzzing with speculation about Jasmy's potential, and for good reason. Here's why this could be the perfect moment to get in on the action. Undervalued assets. Despite its robust technology and partnerships, Jasmy is still flying under the radar of many investors. Its current market cap offers immense upside potential. The IoT explosion. Excuse me. The IoT adoption grows. As IoT adoption grows, so does the need for secure and decentralized data solutions. Jasmy's uniquely positioned to capitalize on this trend. Web3 revolutions. As Web3 becomes more dominant narrative in crypto, projects like Jasmy that offer real-world solutions for data sovereignty will gain traction. The road ahead. Jasmy's not just a cryptocurrency, it's a movement. It represents a paradigm shift in how we think about data ownership and security. The project's roadmap includes expanding its ecosystem, onboarding more partners, and scaling its solutions to the global audience. As we move deeper into the Web3 era, the demand for decentralized and secure data solutions will only grow. Jasmy's innovative approach to solving these challenges might make its project worth watching and investing in. Conclusion, for those who can spot opportunity before the rest of the world catches on, Jasmy is a golden ticket. Its combination of cutting-edge technology, strong leadership, and market potential make it one of the most promising projects in the blockchain space. This sleeping giant in the Web3 data economy is awakening, and those who join the journey now could be part of something revolutionary. So I see the chat going crazy. We got moderators in there, so I mean, you know, if we have one of the moderators in the chat that wants to control it, you have full discretion to do so. I will get into the chat the second half of the stream personally. So very bullish article though by Jasmy, or on Jasmy, sorry. All right, we got more Myria coverage, guys. Check it out. A first look into Myria AI. Yes, AI, guys. So Myria is revolutionizing Web3 gaming blockchains by the integration of AI Smart Assistant. Check it out.
All right, we're going to do an airdrop. And you can see that the bot is excited about it. So the user is going to request that we use a collection, one of the collections that it already knows about, because it knows who the user is. It knows everything is about his account. So can we use the Sebastian collection? I'm guessing we can. Upload the list, and the bot is going to figure out what to do with it. It sees that it's just a list of wallet addresses. So now it knows it needs the tokens. All right, so the NFT IDs, specify a range. I'm singing in the rain. Oh, and there we go. We have our confirmation box. Sign it. And we're golden.
Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Myria integrating AI assistant to help you with all of your transactions and stuff like that on their blockchain. Very, very bullish, guys. I am ultra bullish on Myria. What else do we got going on out there? Kevin O'Leary. We think Bitcoin is the granddaddy of of allocation to sovereign wealth.
We think Bitcoin is the granddaddy of allocation to sovereign wealth, and
we're
anticipating the SEC to put some rules out on this. right after Trump takes over. So you've got a tremendous amount of demand here. Now, the challenge is most institutions have some regulatory boundaries. For example, no more than 5% in any one position, or 21 or 20% in any one sector. And we're breaching those left and right 24/7 because we're having massive moves. And so the compliance departments are squeezing managers' heads every day trying to figure this out.
It's fascinating, but by the sound of it, you think it's going higher still, up and beyond 102,
Yes.
103,000. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I don't think right now the charts have no resistance, so it's anybody's guess. I want to call out something that happened yesterday on your show regarding digital technologies that is a derivative of it, because I've been getting a ton of people sending me the link to that interview you did with Danielle Smith from Alberta, when she dropped that bomb that she has 200 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. That's all power. That's what that is. And that's what we need for Bitcoin mining. We need for AI data centers. I mean, she's coming out blasting there, Stuart. That was pretty interesting. Very interesting.
Big deal. We've invited her onto the show when she comes to America for the inauguration in DC. We've invited her to come on the show in New York City. You might come and meet her.
Well, she's my new special friend if she's got that much energy, and she's going to be getting a lot of phone calls from other people just like me. I can guarantee you that.
Well, come on in and see her, Kevin. I'm sorry I'm out of time, but we'll see you again real soon. Mr. O'Leary, thank you,
Take
sir.
care.
She's my new best friend. I love it. I love it. What else do we got? Charles Schwab sees Bitcoin hitting 500K to $1 million.
Where does it go? What's your price target for Bitcoin?
So I think in the short term, we're going to see one of two cases. The first case is we're going to have some sideways action between 110 and downwards to 80, and we'll see some chop. The second scenario, and that will come either in the short term or in the medium term, is once we have the Bitcoin Act, which is currently under consideration, passed, where the US government will be buying Bitcoin into its reserves, as well as other countries and other corporates for their treasury assets as well, we could see a 500K Bitcoin or $1 million Bitcoin. The sky is really the limit here.
And why? What would drive it there?
So Bitcoin is inherently a scarce asset. You only have 21 million Bitcoins. And the Bitcoin Act, for example, proposes buying 200,000 Bitcoins a year, which would significantly drive up the price as there's a finite supply.
And what about use cases? I was talking about this with a guest on a previous show on Trading 360, just in terms of, President-elect Trump has talked about, the one rule of Bitcoin is you don't sell your Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But do you expect more people to actually start using it in terms of an actual currency?
For sure. So I don't think that Bitcoin is inherently the type of currency that you buy a cup of coffee with. There are places where people do that. So for example, El Salvador, which I've written about extensively, they use the Lightning Network for those types of smaller transactions, but you don't necessarily need it for that. That's not the prime use case. The prime use case of Bitcoin is a store of value. So when we think about money, there's usually three characteristics that people ascribe to money, the economists ascribe to money, and that is method of exchange, unit of account, and store of value. So there's thousands of methods of exchange around the world. Every currency around the world is a method of exchange. Unit of account, however, there's only a handful. There's the dollar, there's the euro, there's the yen, and now there's Bitcoin. But when you talk about store of value, none of those things are considered stores of value because of their inflationary properties. So if you're a high net worth individual living in the US, you're not storing your value in a case of cash. You're storing your value in buildings, in businesses, in sports teams, in gold, and now in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is that similar type of property. It's just digital, which makes it that much easier to move, to sell, to trade, to transfer it across borders. So it's basically it's property but improved.
And how much of a portfolio do you think should be allocated to cryptocurrency at this point? And has that changed now that we have a very pro-crypto president coming into office?
Absolutely. I think if you don't have at least 10% of your investment account in Bitcoin or Bitcoin-related assets, you're going to fall significantly behind.
I won't be selling my Bitcoin until it reaches about between $700,000 and $1 million, guys. Probably by 2033's bull run. That's where I'm kind of targeting. Just in U.S. Bitcoin ETFs now hold more than Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet. Crazy, guys. They now hold more than Satoshi's wallet. I never thought anyone would hold more than Satoshi's wallet, but here we are, right? Here we are. All right, what else do we got? BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF bought $751.6 million in Bitcoin yesterday. So while a bunch of people were scared and selling, BlackRock was buying the hell out of Bitcoin yet again. They know what's coming, guys. They know what's coming. BlackRock Ethereum ETFs attracts over $2.6 billion. Maybe this is one of the reasons we're starting to see Ethereum gain momentum here, man. The BlackRock Ethereum ETF has made a significant impact on the U.S. financial market, boasting net inflows that surpassed $2.6 billion. Recently, the ETF recorded a remarkable daily inflow of $292 million, reflecting a rising interest in Ethereum's focused financial products. Since its inception in July, BlackRock iShares Ether ETF has successfully amassed $2.6 billion in net inflows. Over the past 5 days, the ETF attracted an impressive $800 million in additional capital, raising its total assets to 837,500 ETH, which is valued at approximately $3.27 billion. This achievement is noteworthy, especially given the challenges presented by staking barriers and a limited selection of options for trading Ether. I think they know that the staking barriers are going to be lifted after Gary Gensler's gone, though, right? Ethereum is currently facing a resistance point at $3,928. It's actually above that now. We broke above. Breaking through that level could set the stage for the price to surge beyond $5,000. Notably, an analyst named Venture Founder underscores the potential for Ethereum to emerge from the 3-year consolidation phase, reminiscent of the rapid price increase during the 2016 to 2017 period. The performance of Ethereum and BlackRock ETF emphasizes the growing market enthusiasm, indicating future developments will be critical for So basically, guys, listen, Ethereum has broken above that $3,900 resistance level, but right now it's at $4,073. But what matters here is where it's going to be closing its daily candles, right? That's what matters. So that's what we will pay attention to. All right, what else do we got? What else do we got? Robinhood CEO, Bitcoin's gone from largely being ridiculed to being taken very seriously.
Is hosting its first ever Investor Day. Just did it yesterday. And we've got some of the highlights. The CEO, Vlad Tenev, saying the company's considering expanding into sports betting, and Robinhood stock has quadrupled, I should say. I didn't say quintupled, quadrupled over the past year. And Vlad is on the set right here, ready to do the Squawk Pod. You haven't done Caller Data yet. Would you consider that?
Maybe, yeah.
Have you done Rogan?
Not yet.
Not yet, but yet everybody wants Rogan. See, it's all moving, the direction of travel.
Call me a mother. Is that
that's that's the name of your show?
Thinking about it.
I think that could work.
That's only half a word.
I know, but that's why I think it would work. So Vlad, it's great to see you this morning.
Great to be here as always.
Fascinating day yesterday. Before we get into that, I want to actually just hit Bitcoin for just a second with you, if you'd indulge me, because it's over $100,000 now. I think it's about 102. Are we at 103 yet?
We're at 103.
And fascinatingly, one of the things that did happen yesterday also was Jay Powell compared it to gold. I want to show you what he said.
People use Bitcoin as a speculative asset, right? It's like gold. It's just like gold, only it's virtual. It's digital. People are not using it as a form of payment or as a store of value. It's highly volatile. It's not a competitor for the dollar. It's really a competitor for gold. You know, that's really how I think of it.
That seemed to me to be an evolution of thinking, at least from the sort of public officials that you hear from Washington on this.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin over the past 10 years has gone from largely being ridiculed and ignored and questioned to now being taken very seriously. You saw that earlier this year with the ETFs. And I think if you talk to early adopters of Bitcoin and Bitcoin maximalists, they've been saying that Bitcoin is like gold for many, many years. So hearing the Fed chair
but
say
hearing getting over 102 now. Where are we at? I don't even know where we are. 103.
1028.
1028. Do you say to yourself that, I mean, I don't know what kind of traffic you're seeing on the site right now. I assume it's gangbusters.
We released our November numbers. Crypto trading in general was up something like 400% month over month. We did over 30 billion in crypto volumes. October was also quite a strong month for crypto. So it's been heavy, certainly.
So, and then of course the big question is, are you getting on the train at the right time or the wrong time? You get to these big numbers and then you say, it just has so much more to go. We obviously have had some real bulls on this broadcast over the years that have $500,000 targets, $1 million target, really extraordinary kinds of numbers. Obviously, by the way, the bigger the number gets, the harder it is to actually get the same kind of return that you had if you were, with the program, if you will, a decade ago.
What I will say is likely one of the other interesting things about Powell's answer to your question is that when you compare Bitcoin to gold like that, a lot of the Bitcoin maxis have been talking about, should there be a Bitcoin strategic reserve similar to, the gold strategic reserves of the country? And I think that gets people very, very excited. I mean, if there was a Bitcoin strategic reserve and you're a Bitcoin maxi, like that's something that
it also just seems with this administration, I don't know what you think of the new appointed or the nominee to be the head of the SEC is a big crypto a bull in many ways. No.
Yeah, I mean, this current administration has been hostile to crypto, very much so. I mean, we've been kind of a victim of that alongside the broader industry. So having people that come in that understand it and embrace it is very important.
Just so I understand, what do you think embracing it means for your business? Meaning, what is it that's going to happen? What are the kinds of products that you think could evolve that you can't offer today that you'll be able to offer tomorrow?
Yeah, so the near-term thing is ending regulation by enforcement and having some sort of interim rule set by the agencies while we wait for legislative action. I think that likely will happen now, since both the House and the Senate and the executive branch are Republican and they're open to this. Slightly longer term, I think what this opens is crypto being embraced as kind of the new infrastructure layer behind the financial system. This is something I talked about at Investor Day. One way to look at crypto is as a tradable asset like equities, options, and futures. The other way to look at it, which I think is more interesting, is as the next step in the technology evolution from mainframe to cloud to blockchain. And we see how efficient it is as an infrastructure layer. We run both businesses, crypto and traditional finance at scale. Crypto businesses 10 times lower costs. And that's because a lot of these intermediaries that run on mainframe, like clearinghouses, transfer agents, payment processors, are just replaced by software. So I think what you're likely to see is tokenization.
And you think that's the big shift?
I think that having more real life assets, real world assets, including stocks on blockchains is going to be, there's big potential. I think Robinhood can actually be a leader in that space.
100% tokenization, baby. That is the way we are going. All right, what else do we got? So Jacob King says the mystery behind Bitcoin's 10% flash crash is just 43 seconds. In just 43 seconds has been solved. Institutions are dumping their bags while retail FOMO in at the peak. Me2, a major Chinese institutional firm that was pro-Bitcoin, revealed they've sold all of their 948 Bitcoin holdings during the 100K price surge. For context, MicroStrategy holds 400,000 Bitcoin. If a relatively tiny sell-off caused that much damage, this guy's got it all wrong. That's not what happened at all. I mean, yes, this company sold 948 Bitcoin, but I'm sorry, but 948 Bitcoin would not crash the market as big as yesterday. We saw, what was it? Was it 60,000 Bitcoin sold in the summertime by Germany, and it didn't crash. It didn't crash it this hard. So saying that 948 948 Bitcoin would have crashed it harder than 60,000 Bitcoin, right? Doesn't make any sense. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. What happened was an accumulation of longs built up, and market makers went after those longs, liquidated them in a cascade, right? So a bunch of people got liquidated. That's what happened. It wasn't because 948 Bitcoin got sold. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to that. That's not impactful enough to rock the market in that kind of manner. So just going to put that out there, guys. Patrick McHenry says, the mere fact that the U.S. now has a crypto and AI Cesar reflects the impact of the financial committee. The era of regulation by enforcement is over. With folks like David Sachs and Paul Atkins, the future of the digital asset ecosystem in the United States is brighter than ever. Absolutely, guys. Patrick McHenry retiring. We all owe this man our respect. He fought for crypto and digital assets against Gary Gensler for years. So thank you, Patrick McHenry. What else do we got? Got all kinds of videos here. Bitcoin has been around for 15 years, and yet the BBC invites Karen, the ETH bag holder, to explain how Bitcoin works on national television. Karen gets various things wrong and literally tries to shill Ethereum. Listen up to this. Supposed to be talking Bitcoin and tries to shill Ethereum.
Of a single Bitcoin has climbed above $100,000 for the first time after rising nearly 140% this year. Investors expect President-elect Donald Trump to support cryptocurrencies. He's promised to make America the crypto capital of the planet and to create a national stockpile of Bitcoin. Well, let's get more on this now from Carol Alexander, who's an expert in crypto assets and professor of finance at the University of Sussex. Thank you for joining us, Carol. So first of all, just explain, because there's plenty of different cryptocurrencies out there. So just explain, what is Bitcoin and why is it valued this way?
Bitcoin is like many other crypto assets, which are tokens that are supposed to have some sort of value transferred on a blockchain. They're called crypto because a blockchain is blocks of information that are linked cryptographically, right? And there are hundreds of thousands of these things. Some of them, like Bitcoin, and also another one called Ether, are the
couple of things already she's gotten wrong. One, Bitcoin's not a token, it's a coin, right? Now, some of you might not know this, but the difference between a token and a coin is that, take, for example, Jasmy. Jasmy's actually a token because it's a layer 2 on Ethereum. So layer 1s would be coins, and then the layer 2s and stuff built on top of those layer 1s are tokens. That's the difference between them, right? For starters. And for two, she just said that there's hundreds of thousands of cryptos. No, there's not. There's like 25 to 30,000. That's it.
Tokens that are produced by building the blockchain. And something like Ether probably has an intrinsic value because the Ethereum blockchain that Ether is driving is underpinning the whole of the new digital economy on sophisticated blockchains. But Bitcoin was just introduced as the first, and it is the largest. I mean, it's like 2 trillion, the value of the 20 million Bitcoins there are now, which is more than half of the entire value of all the crypto assets. So it was the first original one, but it was just built as a sort of toy example of what a blockchain can do.
And Carol, just sorry to cut you off there, but just to go back to the rise in value then, I know that you don't have a crystal ball, no one does, but do you think that this will continue, or do you think it's likely to fall soon? What are your expectations?
I think it will continue. It's always very, very volatile because the price of Bitcoin is made on these unregulated exchanges where very, very large trades, highly leveraged, push the price up if there's a bit of good news. And there's been a lot of good news since Trump for crypto, at least since Trump got elected. But then its price can fall again. I mean, 3 years ago, I made the prediction that its price would go down from 60,000 to 10 or 15, and it went to actually around 15. over that year. But this year, I have been successfully predicting it for 3 years in a row, and I'll do the same. I'll make another prediction. It may not be successful, but I do think that this year it's going to go up to 150 or 200. And it's a pity because young people are drawn in. They feel this FOMO, fear of missing out. And so, and the people that are really making money are the professional traders creating the volatility.
Well, given that you have made predictions successfully in the past, Carol, I'll definitely fancy your odds. Well, we'll leave it there now, but thank you so much for giving us.
Hey, everyone's got to come into crypto and get initiated, right? It's almost like if you don't get wrecked in your first cycle without help, are you even in crypto? Breaking news, the Czech Republic has eliminated capital gains tax on Bitcoin held for 3 years plus with unanimous parliamentary approval. So if you've been holding Bitcoin for longer than 3 years, you pay zero capital gains tax on that. Very, very bullish, guys. Let's go have a look at the Bitcoin dominance and the Dixie. I want to have a look at what's going on over there. All right, so the Dixie starting to fall again, guys. You love to see that over the last 2 days. Very good for Bitcoin there. BTC dominance. Just kind of holding support down here, guys. Holding support. We want to see this further collapse if you want altcoins to go up, but I don't know. I have a feeling that Bitcoin's not quite done yet. If, dominance could start to rise again if Bitcoin starts to go on another run, which means altcoins will start to take a back seat once again. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Right. What else do we got? Paul Barron Network, a little bit of XRP update. XRP wallet activity is surging. XRP Labs drives into the numbers.
What has been the growth rate for you guys?
Yeah, the past month has been pretty crazy. I just actually pulled up the statistics before coming here. In the past 30 days, we have had 283,000 active users.
Wow.
So the new user rate even isn't that high. What's really nice is seeing all of the holders, their assets on demand for 3 years coming back. And together with how the market is going, we've seen an insane uptick in support tickets, a bunch of old holders returning, and now they're happy to be active again.
But 100,000 activated accounts, that's pretty huge going on overall. So
I want to clarify, that's not within Zaman. That's on a separate network. I think that plays into the narrative that it's very nice finally seeing all of the projects get the attention they deserve. And I think the Sahao network is one of those.
What?
XRP wallet activity exploding, guys. You love to see that. All right. I'm going to get into the chat. I got some more news to get through, but I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to catch up on the chat a little bit here, guys. So let me scroll up to the top. Whew, a lot of people talking today. Guys, as always, please make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It means a lot, and it doesn't cost you anything, so help a brother out. Crypto culture, alt season in full effect, baby. Funky's in the house. What's up, man? SKS, Rob, look into DSLA and see what you think. You might already know about it. DSLA. Yeah, I can do deep dives. I can do charting on that kind of stuff. Guys, just so you know, there's a little tab at the top of the chat that says goals, and that's where you put your altcoin requests, and I will look into altcoins. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Funky, lots of buzz about 60 Minutes on Sunday. Many know, but the rest will soon. Yes. Brad Garlinghouse, right? Brad Garlinghouse will be on 60 Minutes. I saw a little bit of a preview of it. It looks interesting. We need the Rob live stream pump effect. Well, I'm pumping Bitcoin. Jasmine's just kind of holding support at 5 cents right now. So, but hey, a week ago, did you think a week ago I was going to be on here saying that Jasmine's holding support at 5 cents, right? So, Simon, I think altcoins are going to pull back to test the 3-year consolidation resistance, flip support, and altcoin season can start. Yeah, very possible. We could see that happen over this next week. Very, very possible, man. Lily, what's up? Been waiting for this live stream, killing me. Nice, Lily. I love that you're here every day. It's fantastic to see you. 3K Sports Unlimited, what's up, man? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Sun is hot in the house. JE, I'm so happy to see that Mog is doing just as great as Jasmine. Just put it on. They just put it on Coinbase. Yeah, I saw it listed on Coinbase. I saw the Coinbase announcement that they were listing it over there. I don't know much about Mog. I haven't looked into it much. Lord of the Realm, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Bruno's in the house. Ty, man. Morning, Rob. Hope all is well. Nacho, what's up, buddy? Good morning, man. Good morning. BTC back over 100K. Yep, you love to see that. Wow, a lot of spamming going on here. Funky, what's up, man? Jasmine pushing back up. The red is getting small fast. Keep talking, Rob. We'll see. Hi, do you know anything about the lockups? Yeah, I just did a video talking about a new way that they're potentially locking up tokens. I did it day before yesterday. You should definitely check that out, my friend. I've been saying the same thing about Mog. New SHIB this run. Nice. A lot of people like Mog, eh? A lot of people liking Mog. So let me scroll through some of this. Squirt Reynolds, I'm not aping into something up 9,000% for the year. Oh, you talk about Mog still. Okay. Nacho. Let me get through some of this. Nicholas, what's up, big dog? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Angela, anyone know if Coinbase is listing Miria? No idea, man. I hope so, because I am a big holder. I hold a big bag of Miria, so that would be. I would like to see Miria listed on Coinbase, on Binance. I think it's coming. I think it's coming. Big Kev, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Jasmine to the moon. Isn't anything crazy yet? Don't listen about Jetpack, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Personally, I love the Huck Tub meme. Yeah, that apparently that rugged, eh? That rugged apparently. Did you hear someone invested over $1 million at Hukta token? Why would you invest? Yeah, I agree. That's crazy. That is crazy. Tomato is back in the UK, and it's glorious to see what's happening with Jasmine amongst other projects. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely, brother. Beebs, what's up, Scam? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. It's great to see ETH starting to move. Yes, ETH is finally broken above 4,000. ETH starting to make a big move is a very big sign for altcoin season, guys. So we need to see ETH make a move. Bitcoin's making a new daily high here. It's climbing as I'm talking. So, guys, comments like this is a scam. I see these kind of comments in the chat. They put their seed phrase in. This is not real. This is probably a bot or something. So. I'm assuming the day Gensler leaves the SEC, crypto will go nuts and XRP will finally hit 589. Yeah. Sam, what's up, buddy? Jasmine's holding up amazing through this. Swift seems to be a little stuck on an enormous descending triangle at the moment, but normally break up, right? Well, let me pull up the Swift chart. I'm going to look at Swift because I hold Swift, and I want to see what you're talking about. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what Swift is doing. I mean, I don't know which time frame you're looking at, but right now what I see is just kind of a bit of consolidation here. It's sitting right on, if you notice, if I zoom in here, it's sitting right on the building a support level here on this golden pocket that I built, right? So I could see us ping-ponging before taking off here, right? All of these altcoins, guys, it's very good to see them build levels of support, right? So, I mean, if I go to the 8-hour, 8 hours, a little bit more like that. Go down to the 4-hour. Yeah, see, it seems like we're building a little bit of a symmetrical triangle or a bull flag going on, right? So yeah, bullish either way though. Bullish either way on Swift. I think, like I said, if we ping pong inside of here, build up a nice consolidation level inside the symmetrical triangle, then break to the upside. That would be fantastic. Super fantastic. What do we got? Yeah, they want people to try to link it. Yeah, exactly. Don't fall for that stuff. Jasmine, consolidation is a good thing. We might see 8 cents pretty soon. Absolutely, man. It's a comic cartoon drawn by a British guy that's around a decade, Simon the Cat. Oh, yeah, I know Simon the Cat. Gene, there's a altcoin request tab at the top of the chat. It says goals. If you want me to pull up your altcoins, that's where that is. If you want me to pull up your altcoins, guys, you got to participate in the altcoin requests. Hopefully we can close over 5 cents 5. Then we can continue another leg up to 10 cents. Yep, that'll be nice. We'll be watching the daily close today, guys. Daza, only got into crypto this year and have learned a lot from your videos. Thanks, man. Hey, man, I am so happy I could help. And, hey, I love the Tom Cruise. Show me the money, baby. Show me the money. Any news about the burn on Jasmine? There is no burn on Jasmine. They have a burn mechanism, but they're not using it. Why does your Patreon say, I don't know, it's not. It's definitely not $2,266 a month. It's definitely not that much. It's only $15 a month. It's like $15 to $17 or something like that after, I don't know, American to Canadian, but it's definitely not $2,266. Believe me. We have a massive community over there, guys. You definitely want to get over to the Patreon. We're doing some big things over there. Robinhood is slow to list more coins. Yes, they are very slow to list coins. HBAR's killing it. Is HBAR pumping right now? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it's up 14.8%. Yeah, HBAR's starting to run. Very nice. Market seems to be waking up a little bit here, guys. Market seems to be waking up a little bit this afternoon. Altcoins. Stargazer, what's up, man? Went to the bank and credit union. They both told me that there is no letter that they can give me with a signed statement that they will not freeze my account. They can type one up. There doesn't have to be a pre-made one. There's nothing stopping them from going and typing up a letter guaranteeing that they won't freeze your assets. I had one of our Patreon members. I did a one-on-one with them last week, and they told me they went to two of their banks. The first bank said, no problem. We have no issues with you onboarding money from crypto exchanges. The second one told them, nope, we'll freeze your money if you send it here, right? You got to be careful, guys. If you want help being proactive with your banks to prevent them from seizing your assets because of suspicious activity, when you're onboarding 6 figures from a crypto exchange back into your bank account, there are a lot of banks out there that will freeze your money until you prove to them where you got your money from, right? I know that there's some people out there saying no, it's not that much, or that they won't do that or whatever. But I'm telling you, I literally just had one of our Patreon members run into that problem. Had I not warned him ahead of time and helped him, he would have just sent money there and they would have froze his money. So, LB, greetings from Japan, fellow Canadian. Watcher every day, wondering if I could cash out some BTC and throw it into Jasmine. Of course you can. Crypto Future paid members 24/7 cost $247. Post to 2,200 and let me look at this because let me have a look because you're the only person who's ever said that's come up. That's never come up for anybody else because that's obviously insane, right? So hang on. Let me see what it says when I go to it. Oh, I can't go to it. It just brings me to my page. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're the only one. Maybe you're selecting like an insane time frame or something, like 20 years or something, but it should definitely not be saying $2,266. It's only like $17. You're seeing that as well? Hang on. let me go to my Patreon and have a look. Sorry, guys, but I gotta. If this is an issue, I gotta make sure that it's fixed now. No, I don't know. It doesn't show that on my end. Are you guys getting, when you go to the Patreon link, is it telling you it costs $2,200.66? Let me know, guys, because that's what a couple people are saying right now, and that's not that's obviously not hang on. Looking at it right now. I don't know why it's saying that. I can't see anything. I can't see anything saying that at all. Yeah, I have nothing saying that it costs that much. Let me go back to the chat here. What are people saying? What is 247? I don't know what that is. Balaclavman says he's reading the description, not the membership price. He has to scroll down. He will see $15. Okay, thank you, Balaclavaman. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're reading the description. You're not reading the price of the Patreon. If you scroll down, it's only $15. So I know, because we've got hundreds of members over there, and they're definitely not paying $2,200 a month each. That's what it is, Jetpack. 247 members, $15. There you go. So, yes, thank you for helping me clear that up, guys. You had me worried. I thought there was a glitch over on the Patreon or something. I'm like, what? 2,200? That's insane. What do you think I am over here? Crypto John or something? What the? This is. Oh, man. That's crazy. I see some altcoin requests in the chat, guys. There's a little tab at the top of the chat. It says goals. That's where you put your altcoin requests. If you want me to look at your altcoins, that's where you got to put your requests for that. Okay. Okay. Let's get back into some of the. Oh, we got sound. Let's get into more of the news here, guys. Yeah, yeah, smart ass. Nacho says you have to click become a member, and then it will show you how much your payments are. Yes, exactly. So try it again. Check it out. Like they said, scroll down, click become a member, and then you will see. At that point, you will see that the price is only $15. So absolutely check that out. All right, let's get back into we kind of lost our groove there. Let's get back into some of the chat here, guys. Or the news, I mean. Let's what do we got here? Not absolutely essential for the Fed to cut basis points in December. So listen up. Are the Feds going to cut rates again in December? Let's find out what they think on Squawk Box. Oh, I muted it.
major pieces of economic data this year that could determine what the Fed does with rates in just a couple of weeks. And joining us right now to talk about it is Ian Shepherdson. He's the new chairman and editor-in-chief of Pantheon Macroeconomics. Congratulations on the new title, and it's great to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, this number, what are you anticipating? What are you thinking?
Got to be a big rebound. October hit by the hurricane and by the Boeing strike. So the real question is whether the rebound puts us back onto the previous trend or whether it maybe falls short a bit, because the signals are mixed. There's some evidence that hiring may be stabilizing, but there's some other evidence that says it's still deteriorating a bit. So I'm interested in both the November rebound, but I also want to see the revised October numbers, because the October print was based on a very small response rate. A lot of people didn't reply on time. So we could get a big revision to October, potential revision to September as well, and November. So
What if there's not a revision? Just as Steve Leisman was talking earlier about how holiday hiring has been smaller this year, maybe because it's a shorter holiday season. What if that impacts things and we don't see a big revision?
Yeah. So if the October number stays around zero, the initial estimate was 12K. So let's say it stays around zero. And if you think the trend's about 125, you need a 250 for November to keep you on the trend. That's a little bit above the consensus, which is kind of around 220. But I think 250 is a reasonable starting point. So if October remains close to zero and we come in at like a 175 for November, you're going to get a lot of people talking about, hey, the trend is continuing to deteriorate. And that will really solidify expectations for the Fed to ease later this month and maybe start pushing some expectations for next year as well.
We had a guest earlier this morning who talked about how inflation, where he sees it, is really on the upswing again. And I just wonder how the Fed does this. Do they have to be one of those fish that have eyes on either side of their heads? One eye watching the jobs market, the other eye watching inflation, and which eye is the dominant one?
Yeah, they always have to do that. Over the last 6 months or so, the underlying inflation picture has improved. But yeah, the last couple of prints haven't been great. But we saw this earlier in the year. The prints at the start of this year were disappointing, and the Fed, I think, overreacted to those numbers because the next few months then swung the other way. It's really important not to take these very short runs of data for anything very seriously, because everything gets revised. Everything is subject to sampling error, seasonal adjustment problems, weird weather effects. It's very dangerous, I think, to focus too much on just the latest number, because it could easily just flip the other way the following month. I think the fundamentals for inflation, to me, still look good. Wage growth is slowing. I think it's already at a target consistent pace for inflation. We don't have the supply chain chaos that we had a couple of years ago. We got a much calmer rental market, big chunk of the CPI. And so just the overall environment to me looks quite favorable. But any given month, anything can happen. And the Fed has to be aware of the risks.
All the Fed commentary from Jay Powell down seems to be kind of signaling that they're not going to be in a real rush to do anything, that they want to wait and look around.
Yeah.
Why isn't that an argument for doing nothing at this meeting and waiting to see what happens?
Yeah, I think that's a respectable argument. I'm not sure that it's absolutely essential that they do 25 basis points in 2 weeks' time or the sky will fall in. It won't. However, they've allowed market expectations to ramp up that they will. So if they don't, it'll be a really big surprise now. They're not really in the big surprise business, so they're going to go.
But we're a bunch of crybaby whiners who please the market. This is what we think is happening. We're throwing a temper tantrum.
To some extent. I mean, they don't like to. They like to manipulate expectations in the run-up to the meeting. They don't like to deliver a big surprise at the meeting statement itself. So what I think they're also going to do, because December's a forecast month, so they've got to put out new projections. I think they'll probably raise the inflation projections a bit, and they might move the unemployment numbers up a little bit as well, but not very much. But I do think that in the press conference afterwards, and then the array of speakers in the week or so after the meeting, they'll be dampening expectations that they're going to keep going at a rapid pace. They're going to keep talking about caution. And my guess is they'll skip January, wait and see what the incoming administration does in its first few weeks, and then revisit the issue in March when they've got a clearer idea of where we're going on the fiscal front, on the tariff front, on the deportation story, which a lot of people are worrying about, shrinking the labor force. A lot of uncertainty. And it's not clear to me that, it makes a huge amount of difference whether they go another 25 in January or whether they take a pause. Got to be realistic here. Whatever they do in the next couple of months doesn't affect the economy for a year and a half anyway. It's not like we're in a sort of pressing crisis. So, yeah, wait.
I think that they'll probably cut 25 basis points and then they'll pause most likely. That's kind of what I see happening. All right, what else do we got here, guys? Check this out. More SEC updates. All right, so SEC to reject bids for spot Solana ETFs reports. The United States SEC is set to reject applications in line for a spot Solana ETF. The agency has notified at least two firms, two of the five issuers, seeking approval for Solana ETFs, according to Fox News reporter Eleanor Tourette. The consensus here, I'm told, is that the SEC will not entertain any new crypto ETFs under the current administration. So basically, Gary Gensler is going to reject any and all ETF applications until the new chair comes in. So there you have it. There's not going to be any approvals on ETFs while Gary Gensler is in charge. That is his way of getting out of approving anything else. So we can kiss that goodbye until probably February, March. Market shift signals opportunity in altcoins. The cryptocurrency landscape is stirred following Bitcoin's remarkable surge past $100,000. Michael Vanderpop, a well-known market expert, forecasts promising developments within the altcoin sector. He believes this recent rally marks the start of a significant rotation in the altcoin market, reminiscent of the dynamic shifts seen in the 2017 cryptocurrency cycle. Pope advises new entrants to the market to stay vigilant as these changes unfold. It's funny because over on the Patreon, we do live group Zoom calls, and one of the things that we've been discussing very heavily is actually how much this cycle is mirroring the 2017 cycle, which is helping us kind of forecast what's going to be happening next. So it's been very, very interesting for us to trace that. Pops asserts that the rotation game principle applies universally across various markets, initiating with primary assets like Bitcoin, and momentum from Bitcoin's price increases often ignites movement across the broader crypto ecosystem. According to Pope, Vanderpop, whatever, expectations are mounting for Ethereum to potentially surpass Bitcoin's growth. He emphasizes the importance of considering altcoin values relative to Bitcoin, claiming that the current altcoin prices against Bitcoin are significantly undervalued. As a result, he anticipates possible increases of 300 to 400% for various altcoins within the next year. So he's expecting that Ethereum is going to start outperforming Bitcoin here. I would agree. We're getting close to that point, guys, as well. A little bit of Algorand Foundation news, guys. Very bullish on Algo. Check this out. Algo CEO speaks on Loft, talking about Lofty, guys. If you don't know what Lofty is, kind of like Proppy, a couple of those kind of projects we're going to be looking very heavily into in the next bear market.
A great example there. Any other exciting use cases?
Yeah, why don't I give two quickly that are not financial exactly. One is PropTech, and it's a company called Lofty AI. They take rental properties, sell you a share in the equity of that property for as little as $50. You become an owner of that property. Every property is organized around a DAO, and so these investors, for $50, they can see, if you go to the Lofty AI website, all the documents on the property, all the sales history, the macro trends in the neighborhood, all of that. These DAOs have gotten together. In two instances I know, one, they fired the property management company. And in another instance, they gave a woman 3 months of a respite on her rent because she was having some medical issues and she was coming up short. So they act like owners, but on a property by property basis. And because it's Web3, this is my point on continuous finance again, they see their share of that rental income daily, not at the end of the month. And then another example I would give is a company, a Latin American company called TravelX, an Argentinian company. And they, like the relationship that you hate the most in your life is probably your relationship with your airline. You can't make the trip, right? You have to go to the same place within a year. They fine you $200, blah, blah, blah. They saw that and they said, well, why can't you actually own that ticket and sell it when you don't have you don't want to make your trip anymore. So now and if you go, this thing is, built on Algorand, the company is called TravelX, but if you go to the Flybondi website, which was their first airline, there's no Algorand, there's no TravelX. It's to your point earlier. It's completely just invisible. And you just see a website of people selling their tickets and people bidding for the price of these tickets. And if you're a frequent flyer, you can transfer also like your lounge pass, all the good things that come with your ticket, you can transfer to that. These are really cool examples, I think.
I think this gets
Very bullish on Lofty and bullish on Proppy as well. Big projects going into the next bear market. All right, let's finish up in the chat here, guys. Volks, what's up, buddy? Afternoon, everyone. What's up, Rob? I feel XCN and Swift going to have a lot of momentum during this bull run. I agree, man. I agree. Big things popping, little things stopping. AZ Marine, you think Swift is is done dipping? I think Swift is pretty close to stabilized. Yeah, I mean, we could see a little bit more downside depending on what Bitcoin does, but I think we're kind of consolidating right now inside of a symmetrical triangle. So Japan crypto tax reform possibly coming in 2025. Government considering lowering capital gains tax on fiat 20% from high of 55%. Will be good for Jasmy if it passes. Ian, I'm on XCN 20 to 30x this bull run. Let's freaking go, baby. Absolutely bullish on XCN. All right, guys. So listen, that's the news. That's the chat. I got to get out to the gym. I got a couple of one-on-one coaching sessions I got to do over on the Patreon this afternoon as well. So, guys, if you want to get your coaching sessions in, you want to schedule one-on-ones with me, get over to the Patreon. The link is in the chat. It's in the description. It's in the pinned comments. Also, join us for our group Zoom calls we do every evening. Every single evening, we do our group Zoom calls. Join them there. Join the conversation, guys. We're having a great time. We're doing some big things over there. We're having some great conversations. If you need help, if you need your handheld through this altcoin season because you've never been through one before, surround yourself with a community of people who have been through altcoin seasons before, guys. So get over there. We can help you out. If it means making life-changing wealth, it's worth it. And also, guys, yesterday, as I said, we got our first member who hit 7 digits. So very excited about that. More to come, guys. So yes, the link is down below. Join us on the Patreon. Again, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I will see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Central here on the channel. And yeah, see you later.